pre-trip real quick. I had to come grab my flashlight, but stay right here. Everything looked good on it. It looks good. Everything looks good, but I wanted to check this one back tire real quick. So give me just one moment, and I'll be right back. There was one tire that I couldn't really see too good. It was dark on that one side. So let me go run and check this tire out real quick, and if everything's good, we're gonna take off and we'll start this morning show. Okay? Be right back. All right, good morning, everybody. Sorry about that. I had to finish that pre-trip up this morning. About running out of breath. NC Outdoors here. Super Truckers for Jesus. Good morning, everyone. Glad everybody joined this morning. Now, let's see here. Apologize, the show's a little late starting this morning. Had to get some things taken care of. Started early, about had to deliver a load, and then I had to get over here and pick up this other load, and time started about the right time that I was hooking up and doing my pre-trip. So anyways, let me get out this guard shack real quick, let them put the seal on, and I've got to slide these tandems, and then we should be good to go. Get right up here.
Turn right on International Drive, then take the first left.
Give me 1 minute, let me go verify this seal, and let me make sure these tandems are slid to the proper location, and then we'll take off. Alright, I'm back, y'all. Good morning. Let's see who else is in here. What's going on, man? Ronald Babs in the house. As Ronald said, he's in Indiana, headed to Michigan. I'm in Lebanon, fixing to head to Tampa, Florida. Go back this thing up real quick. Let's see. I'm about to pull up straight. These tandems are not wanting to slide on me. Get up here. Sometimes you gotta build up the air a little bit. These tandems, air rides, they'll the tanks don't get full. Just because you got air here,
Turn left on Bridgestone
if they
Parkway.
won't slide and on these air rides, you gotta get up. You drive 100 yards or so, and it builds up the air in them. And when they do, then you can actually slide your tandem. Good morning, Billy Pooh.
Continue
Let's get it. Yeah, I like that.
to the
So
end
what I'm
of
gonna
the
do is I'm gonna get over here to
street,
this
then
turning lane
turn
right here.
left.
This is a dead end road. There's not much traffic, but you still want to get in the turning lane. You don't want to be right there blocking traffic, but also be careful when you get out. I always keep my flashlight with me when I get out. Keep it, keep a vest and stuff like that, because cars, trucks still come by and they won't see you. So give me a few more seconds. Let me go slide this. Good morning, John. There we go. Now they're sliding easy now. I've got a light load. I got some tires here. And don't weigh but 15,000 pounds. So when it's like that, I just put my cans all the way to the front and keep it moving. Ronald said he just left Lebanon. Okay. All right. Now we'll take off here. Let me make sure that my logs are correct. Let's go ahead. Lock this in real quick. Today I got a little special show, y'all. I want to talk to y'all about miles and how to get the most miles, whatever company you're with. That's what we're going to talk about today. Before we get started right here, though, I've got to put me a burrito in the microwave. So give me 1 second there. Let's see here. Good thing about being a truck driver. Is, hey, we got a microwave, we got an air fryer, we can cook everything we want to in here. I got my air fryer back, thank God, because I like eating healthy. I don't like eating these frozen burritos, but other day when I got back in my truck, I didn't have my air fryer, and I had gave it away to someone else. Actually, I didn't give that away. I gave my microwave to someone else, but my air fryer was in the break room. But I had to stop by me in the microwave. But I went by Rosedale and got my air fryer yesterday. Thank God. Now I can stop and get some decent groceries. But I had to buy some frozen burritos. I don't like spending money. I don't like spending money out there on the road. I'm out here trying to save money, not work hard and buy $10 burritos at the truck stop. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, bacon, eggs, sausage. I usually keep that stuff. I usually get up early and cook. So let's see. Super Truckers for Jesus said left New Mexico at 2 a.m. going to Gilbert, Arizona. 6 hours is not bad, and then back to South Carolina for Christmas. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, everyone. So you live in South Carolina? You should come over here to Rosedale Transport, man. They got great loads and get you home a lot. Super Trucker for Jesus. I don't know, you might be an owner operator, but if you're not, you're a company driver, you should be working here, man. Once you come here, you won't go nowhere else. They're a good company here. All right, that's my burrito done. Y'all have to get with me here this morning. I'll do my little morning routine. It ain't always going to be perfect at 6 a.m., y'all. I try to do the morning show. I was doing it on my way to work before, but now that I'm back OTR, the morning show might be a little different. Sometimes I'll be having to hook up a trailer. Sometimes I'll be in traffic. And sometimes, I might not even get to... always keep you some mustard. Man, mustard's good on everything. Sometimes I'll have to... I might be asleep and I might not get to do it, but I'll try my best to try to do this morning show for y'all every morning. I know a lot of people like it. A lot of people started following it. I try to teach y'all things the CDL school won't teach you, you know what I'm saying? All right, let's see. Let me give me a couple drinks out of the fridge. Set my burrito mustard over here so I can dip it and go. And we're gonna rock and load. So let me know in the comments where you're at. Who else is in here this morning? Cruising Sweets and Treats. Good morning, sunshine. That's what I'm talking about. Jay Leatherman. Jay Leatherman's gonna be my trainee soon. He lives up in the Carolinas, and he just got a CDL, or getting a CDL back, and I'm gonna be training him hopefully soon. Jay Leatherman said, good morning. Getting ready to punch this clock. Just wanted to say good morning and have a blessed day. You have a blessed day too, Jay Leatherman. You mean a lot, buddy. I appreciate you. Got to meet him and his wife not too long ago. I don't know, how long has it been now, Leatherman? I don't know, about 5 months ago, 4 or 5 months ago. But we met each other up in North Carolina. We went and had lunch with them. Great couple. Followed my channel. I actually was going through there, and I got to stop and meet him, so that was pretty cool. Frank Masibo said, hello, Shawn. Waiting to unload in Maine. Okay. Well, I'm about to head to Tampa. About to head to Tampa, Florida. Let me get this camera turned around here. All right. Get that focused up real quick. Go ahead and finish this up here. Yeah, I was training Rob Jensen when we met. Yep. So since then, I've trained a couple people since then. So yeah, it's been at least 3 months or more. At least. All right, let's see here. Make sure I got my right trailer number in. Always update your logs before you leave out, drivers. Very important. Always certify the day before if you don't do it at the end of the day. Because if you don't do that, you're going to forget. And then they can actually write you a ticket for every day that you don't certify. So on these electronic logs, you've got to go through and you got to certify them the following day. So my trailer I just picked up, I need to change that here real quick. Let's see. Trailer number. I got me a new trailer today. I got a 2 series, 24 series. It's good. 2, 4, 5, 3, 6, 9. All right, then we're going to add our shipping number in. Your shipping number is going to be your it could be your pickup number from your BL number to your trip number, freight bill number. It could be any of the above. So as long as it's something documenting your load, make sure you do that. 849-280. All right. Then said, I'll holler at it later, brother. Have a blessed day. You too, man. You have a good one. All right, now let's see here. All right, got my address and my GPS. Looks like I'm 706 miles away. Gonna be early. It's due at noon tomorrow. I'll be in Florida tonight. I won't make the whole 700, but I'll get close. Maybe they'll take me early. Maybe. All right, let's see. Pre-trip's done. Sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to get these logs, everything correct here before we take off. Go. And one more here. Make sure that's correct. Now, since I've got a light load, anything that's under 25,000 pounds, and some people go anywhere and says, I normally say anything that's under 30,000 pounds, I don't weigh. Now, you can weigh, because the one time you don't, they lie about it. And then you're in trouble. So, rule of thumb, just weigh everything. But I've been coming here a long time, and these are tires, and as long as they're not wheels, as long as they're tires, and I look back there, they are tires. They can fill this whole trailer full of tires, and it doesn't matter where I put the tandem. It's not going to be overweight. Not with these rubber tires, but they're always very light loads, even if they're full. So, all right, so let's get rolling. Let's rock and roll. Let's get it. Let's get it. Today is hump day. It is Wednesday, December 20th, I believe.
Straight, turn left.
December 20th. Today I want to talk to y'all about mileage, getting the most miles. And I work for Rosedale Transport. If you're new to my channel, my name is Shawn, trainer here. I try to get as many miles as I can and still have a decent lifestyle and still get home. And you can do that here with Rosedale. Y'all, a lot of drivers call me.
Turn left on Franklin Road, then take the first left.
We have a few different groups here at Rosedale Transport. You've got drivers that are getting 2,800 to 3,200 miles every week, no matter what. They always get it. I know a guy who gets that. And the driver of the year last year, he averaged 3,000 miles a week. And he did his 34-hour break at home. You don't have to
turn left on Tennessee.
Be out here on the road for a month at a time to get 3,000 miles a week. Now, I get it. Sometimes I do my 34 out here on the road and then do one at home. Sometimes I stay out here 2 weeks. Sometimes it has to be like that. Sorry, I'm chopping on this burrito while I'm talking. If I don't, when I take my morning medicine, I'll be sick if I don't eat, y'all. So I have to eat a little bit of something. But swallow that real quick. Sorry. So we're talking about mileage, how to get the most miles. So we got one group that's getting 2,800 to 3,200 miles a week. We have another group that's getting 2,200 a week.
In one
and then we have another group that
on the right
can't get over 2,000 or average about 1,800. Now, why is this? You know, it's easy to say, oh, they're just lazy drivers, they don't work. Could be. It's easy to say that, oh, they're friends with the dispatcher, they can just get the best runs. Or you can make an excuse, well, they've got a good truck, and that's why they're not breaking down. Okay? You can make excuses all day long about why, but until you look at the problem, you're never going to fix it. If you're always looking for someone to blame, then that's not going to help you get the most miles. Now, when I say the most miles, if you're a new driver, you don't need to concentrate on the most miles. You need to just get seat time. So I'm not trying to contradict myself, but you're an experienced driver out there. You should be getting miles. You should not be out here over the road getting less than 2,000 miles a week. There's a problem.
Take the ramp on the right.
And it's easy to blame the company with, oh, the company. Well, listen, I've been here at Rosedale, and I know for a fact the drivers who want the miles get the miles. So we're not going to blame Rosedale on this one because it's not Rosedale's fault. Now, maybe it's not all of your fault. Maybe you just don't know. And that's why I want to make this show this morning to try to teach you. I'm not pointing fingers, I'm not blaming you, but how many out here watching like making a small check? How many like staying out here on the road? And if that's you, hey, let me know in the comments. You like being out here for a month, 2 months, whatever, and make no money? Yeah, that's something nobody ever says. Nobody ever says, I just like being broke. Nobody wants to be broke. So we need to get these miles up, drivers. Let's get these miles up. Let's get it. But getting the miles up is not only going to help your paycheck, it also helps the company succeed. You may say, well, I don't care nothing about the company. You know, the company's got plenty of money. Yeah, the company's making money. I get it. But you want them to make money, don't you? You want them raises? You want that new truck every year? You want things to get better? Then you gotta help them too. But by helping them in return, you're helping yourself. I'm not saying go out there and just work hard for the other guy. Work hard for yourself. So let's talk about some things that why we're not getting these miles. Again, let's go with the blame game. Let's go ahead and start off with that.
Continue on I-840.
Let's say, Shawn, I can't get miles. And let me know in the comments. Y'all let me know. And I'll try to help you out with this. Shawn, I cannot get miles. I can't get 2,000 miles a week. Okay? Let's talk about why. Let's blame your dispatcher. Let's say that. Okay, it's my dispatcher. My dispatcher doesn't like me. Okay, what have you done to change that? Let's say you don't. Let's just say, for example, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you got a dispatcher who does not like you. Okay? And I doubt that, but they like you and they want you to fail. Well, here at Rosedale, it's such a small company, the dispatchers can't, they don't have time not to like you because it's their job to get the miles. So if you're working at Rosedale and you're telling me your dispatcher doesn't like you and that's why you're not getting the miles, that's not true. Okay. Let's say hypothetically it is. So what have you done about it? Here's what I suggest. For a few weeks goes by and you get less than 2,000 miles. You keep that documented. When you're done, You go in, you ask for Chris Deals, he's the operations manager. And you can do this with any company. Go in and say, hey, I'm not getting the miles that I need to provide for my family. This is what my paychecks look like. Help me. And I guarantee you, they're not going to be like, ha, you suck, you're not getting the miles. See ya. No, they're going to sit down with you. They're going to ask you why. Why are you not getting any miles? Look at that. Look at that right there. Zach Elrod said, every week since I've been here with Rosedale. Y'all see that? What does he say? I get 3,000 miles 1 week. He got 3,600 1 week. If you want the miles here, you can get it, y'all. So why do we have this? I was talking to operations the other day. We've got one group like Zach that's killing it. 3,000 miles. Now, Zach's a new driver here. Zach's only been here, what, 30 days? 60 days, something like that? He's killing it. Why do we have drivers that are getting 3,500 miles a week? And why do we have drivers that are getting less than 2,000 miles a week? Okay? It's not going to be dispatch. If it is, I've just showed you a way that you can go change that. Call Chris, the operations manager. Sit down with him. Yeah, you can actually talk to the VP. He'll actually talk to you. Heck, sometimes he's in these lives. He might not be in the live today, but sometimes he watches these live videos. He was watching yesterday. He was during the show. You can actually communicate with him. Sometimes he listens in the morning, sometimes he don't. But Rob Jensen says, Baltimore waiting to be unloaded. All right. Super Trucker for Jesus. Oh, yeah, 700 miles a day. Nice. You know, I can't get 700 miles every day unless I'm out here going to the out west. But you're not going to get 700 miles. But there's no reason you can't get 550 every single day. No reason. I don't care. Look, day before yesterday, I had a drop and hook, but then I got caught up. I got caught up with a load that took me 4 hours to get me loaded. 4 hours. Now, that sucks. But guess what? I still ended with 485. Okay, now that was kind of a bad day. But guess what? Yesterday, I got 607. So you see what I'm saying? So I still averaged over 1,000 miles in those 2 days. So it can be done, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. We're talking about the reasons why. So we talk about dispatch. We say dispatch is the cause of it. We say dispatch can't get the miles. It ain't dispatch. If it is, you need to go to your operations manager. They'll change you to another dispatcher. I promise you. That dispatcher will be wrote up. That dispatcher will be documented. I promise you, if it is your dispatcher, it will be seen about. You want to be looked at as a snitch or anything like that. They want you to get the miles up. They want you to provide for your family. So if it's your dispatcher, you need to go to your operations manager. Now, if you're not with Rosedale Transport, I'm sure you can go to any operations manager, wherever you're working at, and talk to them and explain, hey, look, I'm not getting the miles. Okay. Next thing. I hear excuse that says this. Zach Elrod says, I think it's mostly lack of communication. Yeah, it could be. It could be lack of communication. And we're going to go over that. You know what? Before I just skip, let's go over that. Let's go over communication. There you go, right there. Okay, you can have a good dispatcher and you can be a good driver. But if you're not communicating with that dispatcher, that's a problem. And if that dispatcher's not communicating with you, that's a good point, Zach. I like that. Zach talks about communicating. If you're a driver that's sitting there waiting on that Sam Sarah to send you a message, I bet you're getting under 2,000 miles a week. Dispatch is busy. They only have a few dispatchers in there, and I'll tell you what people are getting fed. Closed mouths don't get fed. It's not they like anybody better than anybody else, but if you're that person on that phone saying, hey, I'm about to be there in an hour, what you got, Jack? What you got? They're going to be like, God, there's Zach Elrod calling. There's Shawn Gresham calling. He wants his load. He's sending us messages on Sam Sarah. Bing, 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 bing. Hey, I'm almost there. Hey, I'm here. What's up? What's up? What's next? What's up? Now, sometimes they're going to say, hey, I'm working on something. And that's cool. You don't want to just blow their phone up. But you want to do a little bit of both. You want to call and you want to be sending messages to Sam Sarah. This is what I call managing your dispatcher. Okay, you're out here to get money, y'all. You're not out here to get money. You're not making no money sitting in no truck stops. You're not getting no money sitting in no shipper. And trust me, Rosedale's not going to make no money you sitting there either. They want to move these trucks. You know, we talk about there's 80% of the trucks here are brand new or 23 or 24s. Well, guess what that means? That means they got money in these trucks. These trucks need to be moving. So they want you to be moving. It's not that you're here and you're not making no money because they're a bad company. It's because it's a lot of different things. So one, if it's your dispatcher, talk to your operations manager. Okay. Next, is it communicating? Maybe you're not communicating right. You know, maybe you're not sitting out there trying to find out your next load. Maybe you're sitting around waiting. Maybe you're hoping they're so busy they'll forget about you. Maybe you're not doing it on purpose. But you know what? If you're quiet and you try to hide, you might be one of the ones that are not getting the 2,000 miles a week because you're kind of hiding back a little bit. So make sure you're communicating clearly. I like that point, Zach. You're very right. Make sure you communicate. Communicate like, hey, I'm coming home this date. I want to go back out this date. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is 34s. Okay? If you want to get the most miles, then you need to take a 34-hour break and keep it moving. Now, sometimes I get home on Friday, late Friday night. If I get home Friday night, I'm on Friday night, Saturday night, I'm going to leave out Sunday night. Now, sometimes they don't have anything till Monday. That makes it a little longer. If I get home Saturday, I leave Monday. If I get home on Friday, I leave Sunday. You got to consistently just take your break and go. This is trucking. If you ever want to get out of trucking, you need to get in here and you need to truck while you can and make the money while you can. I'm on a mission. You know, I'm on a mission to get my money saved up, provide for my family a decent life, and then try to open up a trucking school. But I can do that out here on the road because I have the opportunity to get it done. What's on, Fieldy? Fieldy Nuts in the house. Let's get it, buddy. What's going on, bud? Phil lives out there in Dallas. I need to get out there in Dallas and see you sometime, man. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Good to see you in the show this morning. What's going on, Joe? Joe said, one of the problems I have been dealing with is short runs and loads being canceled. Yeah, that can be a problem. Who you work for, Joe? You don't work here at Rosedale, do you? I think say most of our average runs are 500-600 miles drop and hook. So that's one good thing about Rosedale is their lanes. Now you could get with a company that, like you said, short runs or loads get canceled. That don't happen here. I mean, it does have loads get canceled every once in a while, but not back to back. I'm sorry you're having a problem, Joe. Listen, I don't know where you live at, but if you want to come over here to Rosedale, I can get you a big. They got a sign-on bonus. I can get. They give you a big sign-on bonus. They got nice trucks. It's a great company, Joe, and you don't have to worry about the little short runs. I believe if you're gonna be out here driving, you need longer runs, and you know we have Colorado runs 1,300 miles there, 1,300 miles back. Minnesota 1,100 miles there, 1,100 miles back. Atlanta to Miami. I mean, Dalton to Miami. I mean, we got some decent runs out here. Oklahoma City, been back, but it's a lot of drops. Like right now, I just come up from Dalton to Nashville to Tampa. That's 900 miles. You know, and it was a drop here, and it's gonna be a drop down there. So let's get it. Yeah, man, I'm glad to be back, man. Glad to be back turning and burning, buddy. Appreciate all y'all watching this morning. If you're just joining me live, we're talking about miles and how to get your mileage up. I put out these shows every day, Monday through Friday at 6 a.m. If I'm in Central, it's always going to be 6 Eastern. So, like, I think I started this morning like 5 a.m. because it's Eastern for me, so it's Central, which is 6 Eastern. But I'm going to try to keep it on Eastern schedule. Some days I might not be able to make it, but for the most part, I try to do this every morning for y'all. And I'm trying to teach you things the CDL school will not teach you and try to help you succeed out here truck driving. So I do appreciate every one of y'all. Well, 652 is a good day, man. You have a couple of those every day, every couple of weeks, you're good. You need to come over here, Joe. Call this number, get you a pen. I'll give you a few minutes. Get you a pen, and I'm going to give you a number to call. And I'm going to get you hooked up, man, and get you over here with a good company. That way you can start making those miles. Like I said, nobody is watching right now. I mean, anybody that's looking for Rosedale, let me know how many miles you're getting here at Rosedale. Also, everybody's getting good miles. There's a few that's not, but we're trying to fix that. That's why I'm trying to discuss this morning. But all right, the number, Joe, if you got a pen, let me know in the comments. But I'll give you a few more minutes to get a pen, but I'm going to give you the number. You want to ask for Tina. It's Rosedale Transport out of Dalton, Georgia. Good morning, Earl. What's up, bud? You already made it to the yard? You was getting up moving in the morning, with you? You already went down to the Daresville and back up? right, the number is 706-226-1003. 706-226-1003. Ask for Tina, but make sure you tell your boy Shawn sent you, all right? All right, so we're talking about how to get the most miles. First off, we said dispatcher, okay? Maybe you got a bad dispatcher, maybe you don't. If you do, you talk to the operations manager, they'll get you swapped up, or they'll get on that dispatcher to find out what's going on. It's their job to get you done, but it's also your job to ask the right questions, okay? And we're going to go back in that in a minute. I don't want to get too far ahead. But the next problem people are saying, or people are doing that I noticed, well, let's go, we'll go with the blank game first. All right, people are saying, I don't have a good truck. I have a bad truck. Okay, maybe so. 80% of the trucks here are new, but guess what? 20% of the trucks here are not. They're 2020s. And when I was in the office, I did see people breaking down to those 2020s. It happens. But here's the difference. I seen a driver that still was getting his miles. He might have had a bad week where he broke down, but guess what he did? When he broke down, I'm just going to give you two examples. I had two drivers come in, they broke down. One driver, they looked at and they said, hey, we got to put your truck in the shop. It's going to be a few days. What do you want to do? What do you mean, what do you want to do? He said, I'll just go to the hotel and collect breakdown pay. Everybody had sucked getting breakdown pay. So he goes to the hotel for 3 days. The other driver, we said, we're going to send you to the hotel. He said, I don't want to go to the hotel. And he said, well, what do you do? Your truck? He said, I need a truck. I need a road. He was very persistent about, he came here and he needed to make money. So what they do? They got him a rental truck. And he kept rolling. He kept rolling. Now, it sucks, drivers. I get it. It sucks to have to move your stuff to another truck while they fix that truck. But guess what? Stop making excuses, okay? You're a big boy. You're a big girl. You're grown. You're big people. You're grown people, okay? Don't be lazy. If your truck's broke down, you tell them you want another rental truck so you can keep moving. They'll give you breakdown pay for if it takes you 2 hours to swap your stuff. Let them give you hours of breakdown pay, swapping everything, and then get down the rental truck and keep it moving to your truck's fixed. Now, I will say this, because I've seen it. Drivers that have a bad truck or an older truck, you're only going to be in it for a few months. And they're going to move you up to a newer truck. I don't care if you're a rookie driver. I don't care if you're an experienced driver. If you've got a truck that's not doing great, you're constantly having problems, they will move you up. You get out there and you show them you want to run. You want to get it done. But you show them that you're just lazy and you don't care about money. But I don't get lazy, okay? I don't get lazy because I never hear nobody walking around saying, hey, I want to get the least amount of check I can make this week. Who says that? Nobody says that. So I don't want to believe that y'all are lazy. Or their drivers are lazy. I don't want to believe that. I want to believe that maybe you just don't know. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you don't know how to communicate. Like Joe said, it's a major problem. It can be a major problem with the company you work for. And if you're working for a company that don't know how to communicate, then put in that notice. Come to Rosedale Transports. I promise you, they know how to communicate. They know how to communicate well, and they will. You got to speak up and you got to talk. But I mean, the VP's door's always open. Like I told you, he gets on these lives sometimes. He's not over here this morning, but he was here yesterday. He gets on these lives and communicates with drivers. And you know what? You're not a phone. You're not just a name number here. You're actually somebody, and they talk with you.
In 1 3/4 miles, take exit 53B on the right to I-24 then keep left.
I didn't want to get over. Flash my light. Get your butt on that. Come on. There you go. All right, whatever. All right, so if you're having truck issues, again, go to your operations manager. Say, listen, I'm having truck issues, man. Give me another truck. Give me a truck. Don't be the person that sits over there waiting a week or two. Closed mouths do not get fed. Okay? So maybe that's another reason you're not getting miles. All right, back to we're talking about excuses. Well, that's another excuse, okay? And then you got drivers that need to get out here and get to the great niece's birthday party. And I'm not just rapping on drivers. I'm just trying to listen. You've got to decide what's important. If you're a truck driver, you're a truck driver. If you don't want to be a truck driver, then you're not a truck driver. But if you're not getting miles, look at yourself first and see, are you taking too much off time? Are you going home less, 34 hours and hitting the road again? Are you going home on Friday, leaving out on Tuesday?
On the right to I-24
Can't get miles unless you're out here rolling. But then you got the drivers out here rolling, they can't get no miles. So we're going to talk about both. So I don't want it to be too confusing. Let's see which way I need to go here. I need to go right here. So, anyways, let's see here. Give me 1 second, y'all.
Keep left to I-24 East, then take the...
Lost signal there for a minute. So, all right, so you get out here and you take a... How are you doing your 34s, drivers? How are you doing that? If you're taking a 34 out on the road and then you going home 2 days later, take another 34, and I'm not picking on no certain driver, I'm just saying, you want to max those hours out the most you can. Okay, that's what we're out here for. So then it might go back to bad trip planning. Okay, we got a trip plan right. And that also goes with communicating with your dispatcher, asking things like, hey, you may not want to start your clock too soon. You may start it too soon. You're like, what are you talking about? I want to get up 4 o'clock in the morning rope. Okay, let me give you an example. Let's say, for example, you're sitting out here in Nashville and you got a load that goes to Dalton. It's a drop and hook. You can drop it anytime you want to, anytime. Well, your hours are at midnight. You got your hours back at midnight. And you can be in Dalton at 3 a.m. So you get up at midnight because you know what? You're doing your strict 10s. You're doing your strict 34s. And you take off. Okay? And you get there at 3 a.m. But they don't have a back load till 9 a.m. Okay? Now you started your 14-hour clock. And now you screwed up your day. But Shawn, I was doing my strict 10s. And I just come off my 34 and I was ready to hit the road. Okay? You did a 34-hour break, strict, and then you left, and then you screwed yourself. Sometimes it's more profitable to do a 40-hour instead of 34. Am I confusing y'all? Let me know in the comments. Sometimes it's better to do a 12 than a 10. It goes back to communication. Did you talk to your dispatcher the day before and say, hey, I'm coming off my 34 at midnight. I'm 3 hours away from Dalton. I'll be there at 3 a.m. What do you have for me? Shawn, I don't have a load till 7 a.m., but it'll be ready at 7, okay? I'm not going to start at midnight. I'm going to start about 3 a.m. That way I can get down there and get my next load, keep moving. You just went from getting 600 miles down to, 280 miles by not communicating. You might have did a strict 10, might have did a strict 34, but you didn't go to communicate. So it's a lot of different things. But communication is key. Communicating with your dispatcher, letting them know, hey, I will be off my hours at this time. And then it goes back to trip planning to get the most. Your goal is to get the most out of this clock, okay? Your goal is to get all of it, every bit of it. Some days if you're tired, you got to pull over and go to sleep. I'm not saying drive drowsy. I'm not saying drive sleepy. Somebody's going to say, Shawn's advocating for me to drive. I'm not advocating none of that stuff. I see where you're saying, Joe. You said you live in Nevada. Okay, I'm sorry, brother. I know I was trying to get you over here at Rosedale, but yeah, we don't hire in Nevada. I'm sorry, man. But listen to the things I'm telling you. Maybe that'll help you with your own company. But communicating. All right, communicate. I don't really see no videos out here talking about this stuff. So, and this is very important. I don't know why the CDL schools don't teach this. I don't know why they don't explain some of this in orientation. But these are things that will help you and will help you succeed, okay? All right, so we're talking about getting the most mileage. Y'all understand what I'm talking about by communicating and trip planning? All right, you've got to talk with your dispatcher and ask the right questions. Is this a drop and hook? Is this a live load? How many out there call your shippers and ask them, hey, can I sleep there? Can I park there? Find that out. Give you an example. Last night, okay, I pushed it all the way to Lebanon. I knew for a fact I could sleep at Lebanon. All right. Now, I did get off at the Love truck stop before because I knew I had enough time to check to see if they had a spot. They didn't because I was going to get a shower last night. But I didn't get a shower last night. It was full, and I pulled out and I went the last 6 miles of Lebanon. But when I got to Lebanon, I only had a few minutes left on my clock. That's it. But I knew I could sleep there. I knew that I had parking. So I kept looking at the mileage and I said, once I knew I could go 100 miles out, that, the most I can do 90 miles is an hour and a half, the most, the best. So if I got to where I was 90 miles away and I only had 45 minutes left, I know, hey, I need to just find a somewhere to park. But if you know you can make it to the shipper, that's what you got to do. And then like Earl says, I try not to recap, especially when I have a full day for one day. And that, you know, sometimes you can recap and sometimes you can't. It just finds if it makes sense. If you're just trying to recap and get home, then do that. You have to look and see, does it make sense? Like, if I do a 34-hour break today on Wednesday, and my hours are going to be ready today, okay, and I got a load that's going to put me home on Friday, okay, but what if you ran out of hours on Monday, but you were recapping, and if you add all those hours up, you get home on Thursday, then you wouldn't need to do a 34-hour. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it might look better because you don't have to do 3, 7, 8, but if you can get home a day early, so you got to calculate this stuff up in your head and see what you can do. He said, I want to talk about bad trucks. 2022, I spent really 3 months in the shop with my former company. I switched trucks multiple times and I had nothing but problems. And that happens, drivers. It happens. It has happened with companies. I'm really blessed to be able to work for a company where I don't have to worry about that. There's good companies out there, Joe. You just got to find them. But there is some bad ones out there too. But try to communicate. Try to talk with them what's going on. If they can't help you, then leave them. You know, don't stick by and suffer. I'm not advocating for job hopping either, but don't stick by and suffer. But do everything you can to communicate with the operations, dispatch, and the shop, and try the best. I'm sure they want you to do good, but then some companies are just bad, poor managed. And if you're with a bad, poor managed company, there's just nothing you can do about it. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. Oh, man. You know what I want? And I shouldn't try to eat. I'm trying to stay away from the bread and stuff. But you know what I want? Man, I would love to have a bagel from McDonald's. I don't know why I thought about that. But you know, they used to have those bagels at McDonald's. They still have them in certain states. Virginia and Indiana have them. Appreciate the hearts there. Appreciate that. I see a lot of smiles and hearts going up in the comments. I appreciate every bit of that, y'all. Thank y'all. I hope this helps y'all out, y'all. I really hope it does, because you're out here to get the most money that you can. So get together and get it, man. That's what we're here for. But trip planning. All right. Try to learn your spots. Try to learn your routes. Look at places like you're driving today. You say, well, Shawn, I don't do this route. Look and see. If you're driving out, look and see where trucks are parking and write those down and remember those. So that way you can push it to the max. I don't park with 2 or 3 hours left on my clock. I usually get it down to 30 minutes, 45 minutes. But sometimes I'm good. Like last night I got it down to 2 minutes. I've never had a violation either, because I know my spots. And I'm not afraid. I ain't got to have bougie parking. I ain't got to have the front spot at the Loves. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind sleeping in a dirt lot somewhere. And sometimes it takes that. Also, keeping the door closed, y'all. Keeping that door closed and rolling. Don't stop at every truck stop. Spend 2 hours. You'll never get there, way. He said, Super Truckers for Jesus says, what's the CPM at Rosedale? Okay, a lot of people look at different factors when they look at CPM. I don't know your experience. It depends anywhere from 52 up, 53 up. Trainers make 58. But you know, it doesn't, and you get a 2% bonus, safety bonus too. So right now you start off at 53 with a 2-cent bonus. I think it's 55 cents. But a lot of people look at companies, they look at the miles. They say, okay, well, if I make 60 cents a mile here, why would I want to work at Rosedale? Okay, how many miles are you getting? You get 60 cents a mile. I know a driver who left here making 62 cents a mile now, and he's trying to come back. And he's trying to make, I said, you're going to take a 7-cent decrease? He said, dude, my checks, it don't matter if I make 62 cents a mile. It's about if you're not getting the mileage. But it's not just about mileage, y'all. It's about the lifestyle. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but you know, the how you live. You know what I mean? Like, do you want to be stuck at truck stops? Do you want to be communicated ugly with? Do you want to be with some company that you're treated as a number. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you want to be in a truck that breaks down all the time, or do you want a company that cares? I know for a fact that something happens and I break down, they're going to keep me moving. I'm going to get my miles. I'm going to get my money. My checks are consistent. So I love it here, bro. Love it here. Love it here. Little Bear Running said, per diem, bonus CP mine's all good. Little Bear Running is Sharon Wiley. She works for Rosedale Transport. Good to see you in here this morning, Little Bear Running. You ever get up out of Miami, girl? I hope you did. Hope you did. Georgia Rob's in the house. Hey, what's up, bud? How you doing? Rise and shine. Georgia Rob's I made him a moderator a while back when I only had like 50 subscribers, and now I've got 50,000 subscribers, and he took a break for me for a minute, but he's back. Glad to see you back, buddy. What's up, buddy? Glad to see you back, man. But yeah, so this morning I wanted to also tell y'all something. I shared a video last night about it. I don't have the link right now to put in the description. I apologize, but do y'all know, does anybody know or will follow the channel Eddie Cross America? Let me know in the comments. Eddie Cruz, he sent me some hats a while back. He's was an owner-operator. He had his own channel. His son's autistic, and he's 13, and he wanted him to start a channel, and he did. He started this YouTube channel, and he put out jokes every day, and all he wanted was to get 1,000 subscribers, and he finally got it. He got to over 2,000 subscribers, and he was doing good. Well, on November 28th, he had a heart attack, and he's no longer with us. He passed away. His wife didn't have access to his channel, so his channel's still out there. But y'all remember his family in prayer. She's having a hard time. You know, he died, and she's stuck with all the bills, and he called the company to come pick up his truck. He was financing his truck for the bank, and then of course his truck's getting repossessed now, and they're renting their house, and they're about to lose their home and everything. So if y'all are interested, they do have a GoFundMe page. If y'all want to help them out, email me and I'll send you the link to it. I don't have it in the comments. Go back and watch the video, but she sent me her Cash App there. She really needs some help, y'all. So, but if you can't give anything to her, y'all please remember that family in prayer. Great guy, and it's a sad, but it happens. It just goes to remind us that we're not promised today, we're not promised tomorrow. You know, he was full of life, and he had a heart attack, and it happens out here, drivers. So, you know, just never remember that you never promised tomorrow. Never. That being said, I'm going to close up today's show, but I want everybody to, if you're not driving, to please bow your heads. If you're driving, don't do that. But, dear Heavenly Father, I come to you in the name of Jesus. I ask you to touch my brothers and sisters that are watching this morning. I ask you to touch Eddie's family and give them comfort. I know you're with them smiling down right now. Please send them comfort and help them in this need. And anybody out there that's watching that's going through something, touch them, Lord. Send your angels to watch after them and give them peace. Let them feel goosebumps on their arms. Let them feel your presence, knowing that you're in the truck with them right now, that you're guiding them and you're with them and you never left them. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. If you're lost and you don't know Jesus, I ask you to say this prayer with me. Say, Jesus, I'm a sinner. I've done many wrongs, and I don't want to live this way no more. I know you died for my sins. Please save my soul.
Turn left on Epps Mill Road, then take the first left.
If you said that prayer and you mean it, and not just saying you're sorry, but now you've made a decision to change your life and to change your mentality, you too are saved. If something happens to you, you can join heaven with him. When Jesus died on the cross, there was a murderer next to him and a thief, and one of them said, Jesus, remember me when you get to paradise. He said, you too will be with me this day. He didn't have time to get baptized, but he knew he had enough time to reach out and ask God to save his soul. And if right now this might be the only chance you get to ask. You don't know what you have left. You could go around the corner and be in a wreck, or you could have a heart attack today. We don't know. But I do know that if I die right now, I know my heart is right. And every day I try to die. The Bible says to die daily. Every day I try to repent of my sins, as I'm not perfect. And neither are you. You're not perfect. No one is. But I ask you to try to change your hearts and minds. If you have a loved one that you're arguing with, or you don't know when the next time you're going to see them, coming up for Christmas. The holidays are right around the corner. You know, I'm not going to have my mom with me this holiday, and I didn't know that.
Turn right, then
I'm not
take
going to have
the
my
first
sister
right.
with me this holiday. God's done called them home, so you never know when's the last time you're going to have with them. God bless every one of y'all. Thank y'all for watching. I'm going to go ahead and use the bathroom and get going, but I appreciate y'all watching. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you hit that like button and hit subscribe. I put out videos every day trying to teach you something the CDO school will not teach you. Better teach me how to get a razor soon. It's Trey Shawn, baby. Let's get it. Thank y'all.